Okay guys, and welcome to a little tutorial that I'm doing on managed plugins and the usefulnesses of them, the downfalls. Now, managed plugins can't be used in every platform. I'm pretty sure about that one. I'm pretty sure they'll work on Android and PC. I know for a fact they work on PC just fine. And I wanted to show an example of this. Now, because of the way they work and everything, I'm going to just basically give you a rundown. And this is a Unity project, just a regular project that I exported. And we'll open it up like this, okay? And it should give me the options to export it into our little project. Okay, now, wait a minute. I shouldn't have all this. No. Actually, no. This ain't gonna work. So we need a new project. And I'm not doing it from an old one. New project. We just gonna create it. No big deal, right? And then we will extract what we need out of this file. I was thinking you just double click it, but for some reason it just wants to give me everything. Or open my old project, and I'm not cool with that. So we'll do this, and we are off. We have new project, or basic, right? You know, just like anything else. And then I want to go into lighting, because I think it sucks that it auto rebuilds. Okay. And we are going to go into asset. We are going to ask Unity to import a basic backup of our old Unity project where I had tower defense and a whole lot of other scripts. Okay, so this is just basically an extraction of what I needed. Okay, we'll open this, and you've probably seen this before, but I put plugins and then a DLL. Okay, and then stream and asset folder, and then things like that. This is the only thing that this is importing. Okay, and we will hit import. Okay, I don't know why it says deleting previous package and stuff, but we'll go to plugins right here. Now, if you see this, this is a DLL that's been compiled a certain way to give us functionality. Okay, so we will, let's say we want an object puller. Well, we're going to put puller like we had before. Okay, and this never moves, so I always make it static, but you probably don't have to. Now, this DLL, there's a little sign right here. Bam. And here is what the DLL contains. Our pooling script. Well, that sounds like something we want to put on our puller, right? Bam. Ah. So there's our pooling script. Okay, that's cool. Now, okay, but we can't edit it. See, when we go into here and we go to edit script, we're going to open the solution and all that stuff, but we get this. We can't do anything with it. Add resource, add property, blah, 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 and that's it. There's nothing. We basically have nothing that we can do with it. That's kind of weird, huh? But the thing is, even though we do not have access to it, we can go into Unity and make us another scripts folder, or we'll just put a scripts, doesn't matter, and we will go basic add-on, basic add-on, basic add-on. Okay, and in this script we're going to open it just like we usually do. Okay, reload solution, because that weird stuff. Now, if you're using this, you'll see your references, and you'll have a reference to war. That These are all the DLLs that you have access to. So, in our script, we got a pooler. So, what do? We're probably going to go pooler dot pool what was the thing that we needed to instantiate from? Because I know it's pool. Well, let's go into our save system. Saving dot, and we can hit save and call up functions just like that. We have access to everything in that DLL without going and doing get component and other things. Now, let's say we want to access this pooler, okay? The only thing that we can access with it is the bullet pool pooler dot pool, and I know we had functions in there. Okay, oh, spawn, that's what it was called. And we could spawn something using our pooler system, okay? And this will run just as fine as the uncompiled version, okay? So we're going to go, then dot, and we need a vector3. So let's just do vector3 dot 0 and quaternion dot identity, because we don't really have that information. And we need a bool. We need one more parameter, which is a bool. Can it grow more than one size? And we can write true if we want it to be true. And in our function, it will take that parameter. Okay, this is basically a Unity script. Bam, done. Okay, and that is all we need to do to access the DLL that we had before. And because of the way DLLs work, it's just compiled library code. So these private members right here, the void, let's see, how do you embig it? Embig it. It's 100, 150. Okay. So we have our compiled DLL, the pooler, which is our pooler, and it's a static, singleton or whatever you want to call it, and we just spawn something that we want, whatever we want in our GameObject.go thing. Okay, so we can put it right here if we wanted on our pooler thing. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's not going to do anything, but we don't have a prefab yet, so all we can do is create a empty game object, maybe a cube or something, or sphere, plane, or whatever. Empty ragdoll. Oh yeah, we can't do that because we gotta have them all. No, well, but capsule. Okay, bam, capsule. And all that, well, you got that, and we have a prefab now, so let's put our prefab in our assets, which we should never do like that. You should always, really categorize your stuff. And we can delete that, and oh yeah, that's right. And we have a capsule. Now this will pull it just one time, like usual, and you'll see that it just pulls it one time. Bam. Null exception. Why is it a null reference? Where's it coming from? 8. Yeah, I can't read this way. Oh. Why is it? It can't be null. You're silly. There's no way. Oh, it's null. What? Okay. So, obviously there's something going on here. What could it be? What could it be? I don't know. Wait. Enumerator. And we put, because it could be yield return wait 4 seconds. It could be that startup thing, you know, like, hey, it needs that single frame to instantiate what it needs. It's probably something I did, believe it or not, but you know, it's one of those things that's common. So let's take a gander at this. Okay, now it spawned. Ooh, it spawned 3 capsules? Really? Oh, well, whatever. I don't care. Wait, yeah. Because it's set up to do more than one and everything else, blah, blah, blah. But, like I said, it will do its job the way it's supposed to. Well, the reason why I got the error is because it's a singleton instance. Okay, you have to be able to have the instance before you can ask for the instance. Like in the start method in the singleton, you will get, because a singleton is like, okay, you're going to have this, and then the game object, well, guess what? You're going to have go equals this, okay? And that's how you point it to a singleton static thing. But the thing about it on our spawner is this isn't filled in because it's going start and start and start. It's that order of operation stuff, okay? Which is no big deal because all you gotta do is, you know, I start, bloom, 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 doom, 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 there you go. It needs that single frame. But there's our object pooler right there. So we can sit here and probably go. It probably doesn't have a problem with doing this in update, okay? Which is ridiculous, but hey, why not, right? So let's comment this out. Okay, let's comment it out. Comment. Okay. And make sure we save like cool people do. Okay. And we should get flooded and it'll probably stop the video or something stupid, but it'll be okay. So we'll get all these. So we got all these capsules because it's allowed to grow, and there, it works. Okay, no big deal. But here's the thing. You're like, well, you show me this DLL, and you show me what you can do in it, but how do you make it? Well, I'm glad you asked, because there's a simple way you can do it, and there's probably other harder ways, or some other friggin' weird stuff out there. But here we go. We got this basic add-on. Okay. this basic add-on. All right, it's a regular script in a mono behavior. All right, so we'll have all this, and we'll do this, and we'll leave it in there. It doesn't matter. So what we do is go up to your C# references. This is all the references in your project that are like so. Or you could probably go to the solution. No, we're not doing that. Okay. So you go up to your C# references, alright? Which is just your C# assembly right up here. And below it has all your references. Okay. And it will take, you right click, go down to properties. And you'll see this says assembly-C#. And this is the assembly name. There's a default namespace of nothing. Okay. And you'll see target framework. And you'll see .NET framework 3.5 class library. Okay. Now this is very important. You want to make this a class library. So what you do is you're going to change this assembly thing. Okay, and we will put this as test DLL stuff. Okay, and this will be all caps and stuff like that. Okay, and up here at the start, you'll see start, and you'll see a little browse link. You'll see debug in any CPU. You want to put this at release. Okay, release. Okay, you go up here to build, and you go build solution. Okay, and you'll get this. Oh, you probably get an error. Okay, well, this error. C# EXE. Huh? Oh, because it probably has DLL in it. So we'll go test. Okay. And we may need a namespace. So I'm going to put test again. So let's try it again as a build solution. Wish I could clear that, but I don't. Okay. So build solution. Man. What? Why do you want a static? We shouldn't have to have this. What? A static method? Why do you have to have a static method? Why are you saying you need something that's static? Does not contain a static main method suitable for an entry point. Why do you say that? I've did this like 100 times for an entry point. Why do you want a static? Okay, well, we'll give it something. Okay, public static class blah. Are you happy then? Are you going to be happy then? And we will build a solution. You must need a what? Really? You seriously will not let me make this static? But I've sit here and done this. Oh, okay. You may need this to have a public method. Okay, so are you complaining because we're using the puller that way? Is that what it is? Okay, so Build solution. Wow. Wait. EXE. What? No. Properties. Oh. It's what? Where did it get that non-class library? That's dumb. Okay, so it should work now. Okay. Alright, it works now. It was because it's looking for console and other stuff. It actually built the DLL. I was like, what? What the heck's going on? I just did this like 100 times. So we have this plugin class, and we have this, and it will not have our. It will be called basic add-on. It will not be added right here, okay? Which is fine. It's fine. But you're like, well, we just done all that, and there's nothing we can do with it. Well, not true, because now you got this temporary right here, and you go into the bin, release, and you see this test debug. Don't grab this one, okay? Grab the test DLL right here, okay? You can cut it out of here. Doesn't matter. In this doesn't matter either. Okay? So you got this test DLL. Alright? You go back into your project and you will go to Asset, Plugins, and you will paste it in. Okay? So you're going to paste it in, go right into Unity. It will recompile scripts and things like that, and that's fine. Now, because you've done this way, you can literally delete this script. Just delete it. Bam. Done. Okay? Adios. See ya. Doesn't matter. Now, we have this missing reference right here, which is a script. So, we'll go into our plugins, and you see, we got this test plugin, and we go to this, drag this right on here, and bam. Now, you may have to fill in what you're spawning or whatever you want these functionalities to be, but this is now running from a DLL. So all we have to do is hit start now, and it will run the exact same. Every frame now, we will be making a capsule. Okay? So it's running just the way it should. And the important thing is, now it wants to reload the assembly and add stuff. That's fine. Okay, so we have no scripting. That's awesome. So I definitely need to make just a basic script so we can open something up. It looks decent in there. Okay. Because we don't have a script in the project. It's all DLLs. So now we got this. Okay. That's fine. I mean, we got our test DLL, we got our war DLL, and this works literally as a DLL. Now, to access members inside the DLL, they have to be public, okay? Because look at the concept that you've always done. This is not public, so other scripts cannot access this. Even if you get component, you cannot access this part. If you put it public, you can access the functionality and put what you need. Okay? So it's very important that you realize when you're compiling your script what access you give your functions and your calls. Not everything you want public. Some things you want to run in the background and just do its job in a single base instance, on enable or something like that. So That is plugins and DLLs in a nutshell. Okay, nothing major, nothing big, but it gives you something that you can work with, and it's a natural language that you can use inside of Unity. There's no weird, like, I have to use this certain variable in um, my class in order for this to be read and all this glarky stuff. It's no, doesn't work like that. Manage plugins, and you built it as a library. Okay, a library. So basically, just like Unity functions, you can make static ones and all kinds of stuff and add it to the actual build, and make it part of everything. But you have to change this name and other stuff. But on the output type, you want it to be a class library. Okay, and you got to target a framework that Unity understands on a natural language, which is 3.5 for me. I don't know what it will be in the future or anything else, but Unity recognizes .NET framework stuff. So let's build a custom DLL that does what we want it to. And the beauty about this is, if we want to go into another project and use a certain code that we want, okay, but we don't want to give like our partner access to just changing code and just messing it all up and everything else. Well, guess what? We can do properties and getters and setters and protect the variables and put it inside of a DLL where he can't change stuff. So, like your graphic artist, he doesn't care about the what you're doing now. Oh, and when you go to build this out, okay, when you're building a project, let's show that. Your actual built project. We will go in here and we will build a project. Okay. Go to build settings, add open scene. Well, it's not a scene yet because we didn't save. We'll put level 1. Okay. Save it as a Unity scene and we will build. Okay. And we will put it in a builds, just like we usually would. This is a build, right? And we will build into this folder. Well, DLL, and we'll just put DLL example. Alright, and we will save. Save and do all that resourcing and all that stuff. And, well, if you wanted to make some form of editor that other people that have Unity could make, you could do it. You could actually let people make their own models in Unity and then just let them build out their own exe and then be like, hey, there you go. Or, you can make it where you accept asset bundles in your game a certain way. There's various things that you can do to a game to make it moddable. And that's what I'll be going over sometime in the near future. And, this is part of the campaign that I want. Now, do you see these two things right here? These two things? You don't need these. These are stupid. Just delete them. Now, you've got this project data, okay? There's your project data. You'll have your stream and assets, like usual, Then you have your mono, which is like usual. But now you go into managed, okay? Managed, you have 2 DLLs right now that do something. Okay? So let's just be a jerk and delete one. Okay, just delete it, and well, let's let's try to run the program. Why not, right? What could possibly go wrong? And we'll go a little small, windowed, fantastic, no, fast, blah. Okay, and we should see a nothing or an error and crash or whatever. We basically get nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Well, the beauty of this is, well, we know what we deleted. We went in here and we deleted the test DLL. Now, because we put that back, well, why don't we delete the war DLL? Okay, just to be jerk and everything else. Well, it'll still do the same thing, blah blah blah, and it won't do anything. Nothing. We get a clear sky, nothing going on, blah blah blah. Well, let's go into our Unity engine thing and see what happens in our unbuilt version. We should get a thing, okay, which is fine. But here's the thing. With that DLL missing, it will not work. So what do we do? Well, here's the thing. In my other project, I have the same DLL. I'll go in Assets, I'll go in here, and I've got a War DLL, okay? I will copy this one from a completely different project. Completely different project. Put it in here, Asset, Build, Data, Managed, and just paste it right in here. You know, it's reasonable, right? It's a War DLL. Same thing, right? Well, let's try to run that project now. And you're like, oh, it's going to work, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it is going to work. Because it's only caring about the functionality coming from that DLL. Now we'll get all those. And the reason why I bring this up is because this is managed and things, maybe you have a problem with your game and you don't want them to download the whole project. Maybe you just want them to give a patch file out, okay, which just replaces some of the DLLs, okay. You can basically take a installer package, okay, like you would, like, I don't know, a compressed folder, like so, and then, well, guess what? It's going to book, and you'll put instructions. Hey, put this in your managed thing, or vice versa, or whatever the heck you guys do. Or make an exe, which tells the player to extract said files in, you know, your managed folder in your game. Okay, well, because you did that, then Unity does not give you access to asset bundles. Could I make that an asset bundle? Can I? A DLL, an asset bundle? That would be nice. Actually, I might try that. But the point is, okay, that Unity will not let you do something like that. Alright. Scripts are no-no in asset bundles, and if we can use this method and push it to our game, then that would be very nice. I'm not gonna lie, I'd do it. But if we can replace this file and give ourselves more access to our scripts in a downloadable content way, then yes, it's going to be great, you know. Or just have an installer thing on your website and just have them replace their DLLs and use asset bundles to do any of your textures or any of that stuff. Okay, or let them use asset bundles to make mods. You know, that's that's totally possible, right? Or maybe you have functions that you only want to run in certain levels. Well, you know, that's fine too. Make one level that goes, hey, add this to a string array of levels, and then when you load this one particular scene, instead of making a scene for each thing, you have it do an XML file of everything in the level, like a saved factor thing, and just have it populate the level with all the models and everything that it needs. Who knows? The possibilities are endless. But I wanted to show this DLL feature that you can do that's very simple, and you can use for scripts and things so that you can pass it around, or you know keep people from messing with your script that's not supposed to, that's working with your project. So I hope this helps you, and like, hit subscribe, and more things like this will be coming. And if you are interested in the code that is for our some of our projects, I'm thinking about having our Patreons get the code for nothing, just being a Patreon, you get it. Well, and then like the rest of you guys, you just watch and stuff like that. You can code it, or I'll just leave the DLL for you. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna be doing. So take care, guys, and like up, and I hope you found something in this tutorial useful. And peace. And I'm gonna say good night because it's 8 o'clock in the night. And take care. Bye bye.